Yo, you listen to More About Something Else? My name is Joshua. Yo, I just want to say thank you for listening. I truly appreciate it. But anyways, on the show, we have a guest. We talk about stuff, and you'll see a little bit of insecurities and a little bit of vulnerability on my side. And, I like to say that this episode is treated more as a coaching. So I like people to listen and take what you can from it. But here's a clip from the show. And now that you heard that, let's begin.
First off, I'm going to have to ask you to go and rate this show, maybe even leave a comment. And you could do that on iTunes or SoundCloud, and for Android users, you can now listen via Google Play. Now, this podcast may contain explicit content, just saying, so open your mind, relax, and listen to this dope-ass podcast.
For thought coming fresh, I'm the chef. I got greens for your brain, have a taste, it's the best. Food for thought from the flesh, tag along on the quest to find more about something else. Hey, food for thought coming fresh, I'm the chef. I got greens for your brain, have a taste, it's the best. Food for thought from the flesh, tag along on the quest.
If people don't understand that, well, they don't understand nothing.
Truth spilling, leaving victims to my honest ways. I come in peaks like an alien from outer space. Internet pirates riding waves on your webpage. Download shit, click the link, press play. I don't mean to pray, but I pray every week for myself, for my fam, cause we all gotta eat. Protein, no more sweets. Till I'm caked up on the beach in Belize. Food for thought coming fresh, I'm the chef. I got greens for your brain, have a taste, it's the best. Food for thought from the flesh, tag along on the quest to find more about something else. Wait, food for thought coming fresh, I'm the chef. I got greens for your brain, have a taste, it's the best. Food for thought from the flesh, tag along on the quest to find more about something else. Wait.
Yo, you listen to More About Something Else? My name is Joshua. And, I just want to say thank you to any and everybody that's been working with the show. Please, if you like the show, like it, review it, share it. You can do one, or you can do all three. And don't forget, please, go vote if you've registered. Please. October 22nd, early registration. Last day to vote, November 6th. But anyways, we are here. We have a guest on the show. Say hello to people.
What's up?
My good friend, Hunter. Hunter, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me, Joshua.
That's good. So, I met Hunter at the gym. Very cool person. Very, very cool. Hunter, where are you from?
I'm from Arizona originally, born and raised. And when I graduated college, I moved to New England. So for the past 4 years, I was kind of living around the Boston area. Providence, more to be exact. But, when you talk about Rhode Island, no one really knows where Rhode Island is.
No, not really.
Unless you watch Family Guy. Then you have an idea of what Rhode Island is.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about the I think it's the Red Sox?
The Red Sox?
Yeah.
I'm not a big sports guy, so
Really?
I don't have much sports opinions.
Damn.
I don't. Why did something recently happen with the Red Sox?
They're playing the Astros.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're playing the Astros, and it's just irony that you come from it's a sports city.
Yeah,
It's a sports city.
Well, the first opening game for football, I think, was Texans versus Patriots.
Yeah.
I'm correct. So that for me was like, oh, wow, everything right now. I'm still hearing about New England a lot being here.
Oh yeah.
So it's a popular place.
I mean,
so.
I think a lot of people migrate is the word, right? Migrate.
Yeah, move.
Yeah, they moved from New England to Texas because I've talked to a lot of people.
Yeah, not a lot of people move to New England. It's more people moving from New England.
Mm-hmm.
Really, that's what you're gonna have more of.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, have you registered to vote?
I'm trying, but I'm not, since I'm new here.
Yeah.
I don't have a driver's license for
Damn.
Texas. So I'm not sure, I sent in the envelope. I'm not sure if they're going to let me
Yeah.
because I didn't have a Texas driver's license number. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to vote.
Mm-hmm. But if you could vote, would you vote?
Yeah, I would. I think the biggest factor for me would just be picking someone that's going to legalize marijuana
Yeah.
is really what I'm going to go for.
Yeah.
Not because I smoke pot. I really don't smoke pot,
Mhm.
but I am very much pro for having a nation that has legalized marijuana and that can hopefully help reduce traffic that's coming in from the border.
Oh yeah,
I think that'd be really important.
I mean, you see, that's the thing too. It's like they're trying to talk about drugs and all this and how it's not bad, and I'm just like, you don't even know what you're talking about. First of all, we're still under this stipulation that all drugs are bad. Not saying that that drugs cannot not be bad, but yeah, it's proven to help other situations as far as like the medical side.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist, so I can't really pitch in on that.
True,
I don't want
true,
to.
true.
Because I'm just not. I don't feel like I'm qualified. It's not something I know. I never really studied marijuana. I never really looked into the effects. I mean, I know this. They say that the number one substance that's like the number one addicting substance. It's cigarettes.
Yeah.
So nicotine, right?
Yeah.
That they say that's the most addicting thing. Number two below that is alcohol. Alcohol is really addictive. Like it's hard to get people to quit that. And we know, like we've seen already, the destructive qualities of those two things in society, right? But we still say, hey, they're legal. We just put an age limit on it.
Yeah.
So marijuana, regardless if it has a destructive quality to it, I don't know. But we know that the two major substances that we have right now that are legal are both have very destructive qualities, right?
Oh, yeah.
So when people say, well, we don't know the effects of marijuana, what this does, and like, look, we already have certain things that are legal that really do affect people negatively. And, could we change the laws and get rid of those? Yeah, but that's not going to happen. And I think this whole thing against marijuana really comes from an old political game that was started back when we were kind of fighting the fight on communism, and we were trying to advocate for a clean community, and that marijuana was some demonic drug. These were more religious times and everything. So I would say for me, the biggest thing when I would choose someone would just be like, look, who's going to legalize marijuana? Yeah. And most importantly, because when you look at that, it kind of shows you who has a newer sort of mentality, like the outset for more open mind to newer things.
Progressive.
Yes, progressive. And I don't want to be like super liberal. I don't want like a super liberal. There's some things I'm like, but I would definitely say that if you get someone that's really more for marijuana, they're usually open to other things.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know. That's the surreal feeling about it, especially when it comes to like pharmaceuticals too, because it's like they're going through an opioid crisis right now. Just in the fact that they're prescribing. People are overdosing, and they're using it for not the right causes. They're just using it to use it.
Right.
And that bothers me because it's just like, out of all things, we're still talking about this, and I don't know, like trying to go on and attack the terminology big pharma, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with them.
Yeah.
You end up missing if you start doing all types of different things. And I don't know, it's a scary feeling that we're in this realm right now, just dealing with pills and whatnot. Like I like the natural approach to a lot of things. That's why I don't really it's not that I don't really believe in doctors, it's just like it's all a game. It's all a game.
So wait, and before we get into this, so it is one of the major things, I was just trying to skim through the podcast, so it's one of the major things of this podcast, things that like bother you?
In some situations. I actually skipped that part. Let's finish this and then we'll get back to the things that bother. But it bothers me just from the standpoint of like, we're doing things that are counterproductive as far as like in the medical world. It's not that I don't believe in vaccines, but I know that doctors get bonuses when they end up giving you a vaccine, flu shot. Do you believe in the flu shot?
I mean, again, this is one of those other things I just don't know that much about, so I can't
Have you taken the flu shot? As for one,
I have in the past.
Okay, I mean it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah,
it's just those. When you start seeing these things that happen to people, it's kind of like, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. And
then again, I take care of myself, so I don't have to worry too much about what's going to attack me. I think it's more of like my job ended up giving it, like they were giving it away for free. I'm just like, I thought about it. I was like, it's free. Let me just get it. But I'm good.
Dude, you definitely should, man. You're like around all that sweat. People go work out with the flu, and then you touch that sweat.
See, that's the thing too. It's like when one person gets sick, everybody gets sick.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is like I just don't get sick. Like I haven't got sick in years. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Don't say never, dude. Don't say.
There was one time where I was bragging about it, and I got sick.
That's when it happened. As soon as you brag about it, but
that's the thing is just like I was sick for a day, and that was it. It was like my immune system started kicking everything out. But it's just that process, like dealing with pain and sweating. Like I was at work, and I was just like, man, I can't do this shit no more. I went to go sit in the sauna for like 20 minutes, and I left. I was like, I cannot do this. It was the worst feeling in the world. And I don't even know what it was, but I know it was exiting my system.
Yeah, you especially gotta be more careful because you work with people, and you can't really, like, you skip out on those sessions, you're skipping out on money.
True. Yeah.
So
yeah, I just can't be sick. Anyways, things that bother me. I went out to Atlanta, right? And it's like, you know, when you go in a group setting and, you know, we decide, okay, we're going to split this cost, right? So I'm just like, okay, it's like, who's going to call the Uber, right? That's what we're trying to figure out, who's going to call the Uber. And, you know, we asked one person to call the Uber, and she said, I don't have Uber, I have Lyft. So call the fucking Lyft, you know? But then they say, oh, I have Lyft driver, I don't have the Lyft app. I'm like, well, to my knowledge, Lyft and Lyft driver is one app. But I guess she felt like nobody else was going to figure that part out. And I didn't say nothing because I was just over the day. I just don't like that when it comes down to a money situation, it's like everybody wants to back out.
So hold on, let me ask. So what happened? You did a recent trip to Atlanta?
Yeah. We went to a party. Yeah, we went to a party. Actually, we went to a tailgate. That's what it was. We went to a tailgate, and it was time to go because we were there for a long time, and you know it was just time to go. So we were trying to call an Uber. They blocked off every area around where we were at, so it was hard for the Uber to come. Tell everybody, hey, call an Uber, see who gets it first. She said she doesn't have Uber. I'm like, okay, well, call your Lyft then, because that's how we got here was Lyft. Called a Lyft. She said, oh, I only have Lyft driver because I'm a Lyft driver. I'm like, Lyft is the same app. Like you just turn it on from Lyft passenger to Lyft driver. Yeah, it literally is a switch. And she thought I didn't figure it out, but it was just that it pissed me off because I was ready to sit down and go to sleep. So that bothered me. But
so what ended up happening?
We eventually got the Uber, but it was just like
who got it?
Somebody else. Somebody else got it. But it just bothered me because I'm just like I just don't like going on vacation and like money is the issue. Like don't go out of town or anything and money is the issue.
Well, I would say that this goes. So just hearing this story, so I would say just because you have the book here on your countertop, but for everyone listening, that Joshua here has a book on his countertop called The Way of the Superior Man by David. What's his name again? David Dieta. Yeah, David Dieta. I hope I'm saying that right. So let's break that down. What you told me, right? So behind every frustration, there's something that could be improved, and there's some underlying message. So in the way the superior man, right? One of the qualities that really break down is that the masculine leads and the feminine follows. So it sounds like you were with a lot of women. You were frustrated, you were tired, but maybe the frustration came not from being tired, but maybe from a lack of being able to better lead the situation. So in a situation like that, as the man to take leadership, and it's hard. Leadership is very hard. It's very hard to always lead. It takes a lot of energy. So when you're in a situation like that and you're trying to lead, what do you think would have been the most effective thing to do in a situation like that as a man of the group?
Tell everybody to shut the fuck up.
Go shut the fuck up. I got the app. Yeah. I'm going to order it, and then you guys are all going to buy me a drink tomorrow when we go to the bar.
That would have been fair. I didn't think about that. I was frustrated,
and that's okay because when you get frustrated like that, look back on it because you're reading that book. So obviously, you reading that book shows that you want to build a better quality. You want to be a better quality man.
Yeah.
And to be a better quality man, you have to be pragmatic. You have to set aside emotion, and you have to be very, in a sense, you have to follow a new logical set standard in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So in a situation like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go, shut the fuck up, right? That's what you wanted to say. You go, hey, I'm tired. I think we're all tired. I'm going to call the Uber right now, or I'm going to call the Lyft. You open up the Lyft app, you order it on your phone, whatever. It takes $25 out of your account, but you know that, hey, you know what? You guys will help cover me tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. It's just like, it wasn't the money that was the issue. It was just like, look, we're all trying to get home. We're all trying to go to sleep, you know?
Yeah.
It's just simple stuff.
Yeah, and I would agree. It's not the money.
Yeah.
It was in your sense that I think the frustration came from your, and again, I'm not trying to be rude, but when I hear this story, it sounds more maybe your lack of leadership in that moment.
Probably.
And that's okay, because we all have, I have moments like that. So you have to look back on that and go, okay, well, I'm trying to be a better man, so I have to be pragmatic. And being pragmatic means that you break things down. Okay, well, if I want to break that down, that situation that happened, yeah, I really didn't lead right. I didn't take the proactive steps to get us out of that area as quick as possible.
Fair.
You're like, you got to be like that Navy SEAL in a sense. Like, all right, we're calling in the chopper and getting out of this mission.
But another situation, car accident.
Mm-hmm.
So, somebody hit my car, my beautiful Civic, and it's not the fact that it got hit. It is, because it's inconvenient. You know, any type of accident is inconvenient. First of all, I just want to know how you run into a parked car. That's one thing. When I walked outside, she was just like, I panicked. You know, the kids, they were screaming. I'm just like, you can't, like, I don't know. You just have to have a better excuse than that.
So let me ask you, what was happening at that time when she crashed into your car?
Well, I was training somebody, so my mind wasn't thinking about anything else. It was just like, all right, I'm focused on my client. Manager comes upstairs. He said, "Hey, somebody just hit your car." So I walked downstairs.
Now, is this client someone that you work to get?
No, yeah, like that. This is my This is one of my projects.
Okay, so he's an important client.
Yeah. Okay, so he's an important client, and while you were with your important client, someone outside now hit your car. Yeah.
Now, do you ask yourself, isn't it odd that it was your car that got hit?
I do.
Okay. Why do you think that maybe your car got hit?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, to me now, when I look at it, maybe it's a blessing, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Let me ask you, do you think you could be the best trainer at this gym?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Hands down. Okay, so how many people right now do you have coming up to you saying, Josh, train me?
Right now, as in, let's just say within this month, I've had 4 people coming to me.
Okay, 4 people. So what's a really good number for a trainer? Like, how many people should be coming up to them? Let me ask, could a trainer be so good that they have no open spots, yet they have so many people coming up to them asking them for spots? Okay.
Bro, you already know that.
Okay. So do you have enough availability for all these people?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not overswarmed. Okay, could you be working more hours?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So maybe, law of attraction, maybe you thinking subconsciously that you are struggling to get people and not getting clients, and you're not the trainer that people want to come see, kind of leads to you attracting a chaotic moment that would cause you to get away from the one client that you're saying is like your project. Because if it's like your project, you want to be focused there completely, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's my project because it's just like, he was built just like me when I was younger, when I was his age. So it was just like, all right, it took me a while to be where I am as far as my physical aspect. So I'm working with you.
Yeah.
He's determined. He's going to the Marines. He's going to go into infantry and all that good stuff, all that technical stuff. So he wants to get strong. He wants to get big. We've been working at it for probably a month and a half now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just working on that because, look, like, I have fun doing it. Like, I'm having so much fun doing it.
Right.
Like, it's like, where it's like people they don't know what they want to do, or they don't like their job. I like my job. I just don't like the other stuff that deals with it. I'm not a salesperson, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just like training people. So I look at it from that aspect. But I mean, it's not that I was thinking about anything, because it was the last thing that I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked my manager, I was like, so what do I do? It's like, he was just like, you don't get your ass downstairs and go to your car. Because I was like, we're almost done, you know? That was the thing. Like, we were almost done. But I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Well, and what do you mean that you're not a salesman?
I'm not
You're just a trainer.
Like, I have so much education as far as like it. Well, I guess you could say, like, they look at, like, my manager is a numbers person. Like, he looks at it from a physical, what are we bringing into the company, the bigger aspect. But me as the little person, yeah, I have to sell, but I'm selling what I know.
But wait, why are you a little person?
I mean, just compared to just like, I guess you could say foot soldier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's look at this mentality. Okay, so you saying little man, that this means a lot. These are things, when you say things, these mean a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What part of you is going to be a little man there if you're going to be bringing in so many clients and you have so many people that say, hey, I want to book with Josh. Joshua, I want to book with Joshua. And all of a sudden people go to your manager. They're like, hey, does Joshua have available appointments? I want to book with him, right? Do you think that in their eyes, they would see you as a little man?
Nah.
No. They wouldn't. So then, when you have to think about it, when you refer to yourself that way, that's very impactful. Because you're not developing that reality in which you are that guy that has people saying, hey, I want to book with Josh. I want to book with Josh. So your mentality right now is actually what's blocking you from being that guy. Because you calling yourself a little man, I mean, you have to think about that, right? It means that you show that you don't think that highly of yourself when you say that. But any company that has a person that does phenomenal, does not think of that person as a little person.
Yeah.
And you don't bring all that business for them. You bring it so that you can show yourself that I'm gaining the skills. I know what I can do for myself. And I am an asset. And once I get out, me being important and valuable as I am, I'm going to bring that value to myself for whatever I want to do. I mean, seriously, fuck them. It's you're building your skill.
Yeah.
You really are. So
I mean, see, that's the thing too. It's just like, they always say you have to own your craft. One thing, you have to own your craft, and that's why I say it's not even that selling is not my standpoint. It's just like it'll get to that point. It will get to that point. Trust me. I believe in it. It's just a standpoint of like, all right, I'm not as far as like being a salesperson. It's like I don't like pushing people to buy. Like, look.
Right, but again, you saying you're not a salesperson, what does sales have to do? What does being a salesman have to do with your job?
Just selling fitness.
Okay. But the people you want, the people that are going to be there already want to be in shape. They're already there. So
they like the idea.
Right. So what are you really selling when people are there? Because think about it, people that already signed up for the gym want to be fit, right?
Yeah.
Now, whether they're taking the right action or they're being proactive, that's a different thing, right? But buying a membership automatically tells you that they want to be in shape, right? So you don't have to sell them being in shape. What exactly should you try to sell them?
Value.
But what is the value?
In the training.
Okay, but who's providing the training?
Me.
Okay, so what should you be trying to sell?
Me.
Okay.
I mean, okay, look, I know, trust me, I understand from that aspect. I do. Like, I'm trying to sell myself, that's one of the reasons why I'm always there. That's why I'm always training, blah, blah, blah. But just from like the physical aspect of like, all right, you deal with sales, right?
Yeah.
So it's like pushing. We've done so good as far as a company or this single club that it's like, now it's like, all right, we got to do good this month and this month. And it's like, it's not just you, but you have to pull the whole team with you. But we have a lot of dead weight. So it brings us down. And then we have another department that has a lot of dead weight. It's pulling them down. So they're constantly pressuring. And I guess that's my issue because it's like, once again, I'm not a pushy person. Like, people will come, you know, just as far as like individually, but like from an aspect of the clubhouse, it gets annoying. So that's when I say, yo, people will come when they want to come, you know. When people come and when we talk, look, pay your rent. All right. I don't want this to be the reason why. I don't want this to be the reason why your bills relapse or anything. I'm good. You'll come when you need it. Like, building rapport is more important to me than them swiping their card right then and there. If you want to swipe it, there's those people that will swipe their card there and then. But I also get the people that come back.
See, this I think is, again, let's go back to the way the superior man, right? As part of being a man and being masculine, you go and get it. You literally you go and get it. As Trump would say, you know, grab them, grab the opportunity. Yeah. All right. But you, as a man, right, and you need to take the initiative to get what it is that you want. See, you're building these mentalities of, you know, report's more important. Or, hey, I don't want you to lose out on rent money or just to be swiping your card. The reason you're saying this is not because you necessarily care for the individual. And I'm not saying that you're apathetic. What I'm saying is this is a form of you being comfortable with holding back from actually selling yourself. Because if you can sell yourself, you're a technical expert. Okay? People are there because they want someone to get them in shape. And a lot of people struggle. Hey, I have a trainer there, as you know. Why did I get a trainer? Because I know there's still things I can work on and improve on. And there's times where I lose motivation or I just don't know what I'm doing. And I need someone that can provide that mentorship. And that's exactly what I paid for. So it's not that, you know, you go in there and you think, it's okay. I'm just trying to build rapport. Or, hey, you know what? I'm just trying to, I'm just going to let them feel it out first. No. You don't have that thought. You go, I am a fucking technical expert. I have so much value and so much to give you that right now, I don't care. If you spend your savings account with me, you are going to gain great knowledge for the rest of your life. And it's going to help you so much that you will never regret this decision. And that's what you think. You think like that instead. Because when you think like that instead, you're going to just attract people that have the money for that. And they'll go, you know what? This guy just seems very confident. And I see some of the shit he does. And he does some fucking really athletic shit. I would want to learn what he does. But you're holding yourself back. Because you're thinking. Think about the things you're saying. What you're telling me is we have dead weight people here. Well, so what? You're not doing this.
I mean, I don't care. I don't care about them. It's just that, just from that, where we're getting a lot of, what's the word? My manager's come in and he's like this.
Right.
And I'm doing my job.
Right.
But it's like, I'm doing my job, but it's like, you want me to do more than what I'm doing, which is okay because I'm doing it. Right. But it's like, what happens when you get more?
Nah, dude, see, no. I disagree. You haven't gotten enough, I'll argue. Because when you get a lot and you get too much, they'll actually reverse it. They'll be like, Josh, you're getting so much right now. We're struggling to keep up. Like, we don't know. I think we may have to get another trainer to help out because we have so much excess. They're not going to be yelling at you, telling you to get more people. They're going to be like shocked. It's funny because you'll find that you'll get managers stuck in a position where they almost don't know how to manage because they're so shocked at the value and the result. Because here's the thing. Majority of people don't do anything. And those are the easiest people to manage. And it's easy for a manager just to tell people to do something and to make it seem like he's all high and mighty. When instead, if all of a sudden he gets someone that brings fantastic results, they just shut up. They go, I don't even know what to do. I've never managed someone so successful and so good. So you have to spin this frame around of what you're thinking and what you're doing. See, you keep telling me all these things that you're telling me, it's not an obstacle per se that the gym is creating. It's just an obstacle that you're creating for yourself, because all this is for you. So that one day you could open your own gym and be like Joshua, the fucking master trainer, right? And that's what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
This is why you're taking this whole podcast thing. You're taking a step as an entrepreneur. You want to create something for yourself. You have the book there on the counter, The Way of Superior Man. Obviously, it shows me that you want to improve as a man, as a leader. So you have all the signs here that you're wanting to do this, right? So I'm not saying this just to anyone. I wouldn't. Yeah. But I'm saying this to you because I can obviously see just from here, seeing what you have, that's a step you want to take. But you're not going to be able to take those steps if you don't have the right mentality. Yeah. And right now, you need to create the right mentality first on someone else's dime, not on your dime. Because right now, with that mentality on your own dime, you're going to fail. Yeah. Don't have that mentality on your own dime. Fix the mentality first on their dime. Get such good results there to the point where you go, you know what? I don't need these guys anymore. I can go and do this for myself. Yeah. And do that. Yeah. Do that. But don't call yourself a little man. Yeah. Don't even think about the manager yelling at you. If they are pressuring, think, I want to put pressure on them and make it a game. And, tell yourself when you meet these people, you're not there for report. You don't care about talking about the sky is blue and all this other shit about where they're from. You care about them getting the result that they want and the result that they're there for, because that's why they're there. They're talking to you and they're scared to take that step. But you show them, hey, I'm a confident motherfucker and I know I'm good at this. Yeah. And look, you're talking to me because you want to change. I want to help you make the change. And I can have that value. So I think if you try out some sessions with me, you won't regret it. And you're not a salesman. You're just a technical expert. But you're confident about your value as a technical expert. That's what you are. Yeah. You're not a salesman. No one's telling you to be a salesman. You're thinking you have to be a salesman. Yeah. And you're creating that mentality and it's blocking people from actually coming to you. Because you're thinking, I gotta sell. No. You're a technical fucking expert and people want the technical expert.
Say, man, if you really like the show, and I assume that you like it because you're still listening to the show, but if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, please, write us a review. It helps people find the show, for one, and it also gives people an idea of what's going on in the show without actually listening. So, it attracts other people. And I'm just asking, if you don't want to, it's cool. If you do, God bless you. Now back to the show.
That's what they want.
See, that's the thing. I don't like when it comes down to, we have to meet our monthly goal of 2 MBUs, new business clients. That's every month. You have to do that. And if you don't do it, like 1's a coaching, 2 is a write up, 3 you're gone. And for the most part, I've been doing what I'm doing, right? Not 2, but over exceeding. So just doing that. And it came to the point where I was like, I'm not tripping because I know I'll get it. It's just being relaxed. But sometimes I'll like be a little too arrogant with it because I know I'll get it. So I don't know what to do from that aspect. Because I 5 clients this month, 5 clients last month, 4 the month before that. And I don't know, it's just to the point where it's just like, it's not that I'm that I feel like I'm going to do it, but it's just like I just do it when it comes down to it. And I don't stress myself out about it as well. It's just somebody yelling, "Hey, do more." I know what you said though. I'm listening. I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, remember the things that bother you. It's showing some underlying thing that is within yourself. It's not necessarily environment. Yeah. So, you having your car hit, kind of back to that, is maybe there's some sort of mentality you're having when you're there at work that's causing distractions to occur, things to come up that will get you away from being that, that really top level personal trainer. And it's small things. You never pay. These things are hard. Like even in my life, I have to have other people help me pick these things out. But it's kind of like a law of attraction. There's just certain things, right? So if you pick the small little things like that, all of a sudden other small little things happen. Yeah. Because it's a good way to get, it's like the universe is saying, well, you keep thinking about distractions from being to that place where you want to be. Yeah. So I'm going to help create more. And it's self-sabotage in a sense. We all do self-sabotage. So
but see, that's the thing. My mind wanders. So it's not that it doesn't necessarily happen at work, but there'll be the times where I'm counting but it's like I'm counting in my head to like go somewhere else.
Laser focus.
You sound like Jackie. It's like focus.
Yeah,
She's
focus,
yelling.
Focus.
Nah. Nah, and then it's on top of that, it's like I'm just it's too self-aware of my surroundings. So it's like, have you seen Jackie? She'll look at you, but she'll be looking at everybody else too at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've
She is.
Yeah. So
she's
like,
very aware of her surroundings.
Yeah. So it's like you're super aware of the surroundings. So it's like, but then it'll just be like, all right, what time is it? My next client's coming. So my mind is already, all right, we're wrapping up. Let me get into the next phase of the session, which is like 5 or 10 minutes later. So it's just things like that. But my mind wanders, which is what I'm trying to say. But I look at myself as like always thinking about something. Like my mind never really sleeps.
Well, I think that's for everyone. My mind never sleeps.
Yeah. To be honest, I can say that there's a lot of people that don't do productive thinking. They're just there. They're just.
So do you feel that all these thoughts have helped you?
Yeah, of course. It's just that sometimes I feel like I can be too much in my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what way?
Just in the standpoint of like how the moves that I'm gonna make. Like I like to think of things before. And it's not think of things before I actually do it, but just think things through.
Okay.
So constantly always in a meditative state.
Okay.
Okay. I think that's the best way I can put it.
So give me an example of something that you had to think through recently.
Just dealing with different clients. Like it's a lot of personalities that you got to deal with. So it's like, how do you get this one person to stop bullshitting? And one of my biggest things is problem solving. Like I have to figure out, look, why are you not motivated? You know. So it's just like having to deal with different clients, having to talk to them.
And how does this get you in your head?
Just like how to approach it, because I feel sometimes I can be. It's not that I feel like I can be mean. I'm just very upfront about situations. You're lazy. Like I can't put it any way outside of that. Okay. Just things like that. People take it the wrong way.
So what? Like, so sometimes you just straight up tell people that way, or how do you go about?
I mean, I just look. You're not trying hard enough, and we can both see that. What's going on? Is it work? Is it school? Is it stress? What else?
Do you say it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But people take it the wrong way.
So can I give you some advice on that approach?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I could see why. I think the approach is. I see what you mean by getting in your head. That maybe you feel uncomfortable, and I think you've gotten a lot of maybe negative reactions towards that.
Oh yeah, people don't like this.
So I would say it's like this: like we don't like to be told as humans what we are. Like we don't like that. So if I go, you're angry, you'd be like, well, excuse you, you don't know that. You don't know that I'm angry. And this is a very important, valuable people skill. This actually took me a very long time to learn, because not a lot of people can do this. One of the most important skills to do as a mentor, as a leader, as anyone, is to go when you see that quality in someone that you think that maybe needs help, you go, hey, you say, I feel that you're not working as hard as you could be. And I have really high expectations of you, but I can't see you working your way up there if you don't help me with, putting in more effort. So the most important thing when you do is you say, I feel. Yeah. I feel. Yeah. Because see, when you go, you're not working hard enough. People go, excuse you. Because see, your baseline for hard work may not be someone else's baseline for hard work. And that's same for money. That's same for anything, right? Yeah. So, I mean, you would be offended, right? If some guy pulled up in a Ferrari and he was like, Joshua, and he saw you driving your Honda Civic. He's like, you're poor. How would you feel?
I'll beat him up though.
I would see, you feel upset, right? That you can imagine that feeling, but that's why, because he puts an identity on you that you don't like.
Yeah.
Because you go, hold on. You go, excuse me, sir. Like, I'm starting my own podcast. I'm working hard at the gym. I'm bringing in a lot of business. I got clients trying to, crawl after me. I'm working my way up.
Yeah.
How could you say that? So you would be upset.
Yeah.
Right? You would be upset. So when you tell someone else, hey, you're not working hard enough, they go, wait, you don't know? Like, I just started eating chicken breasts at home that's grilled. I don't even eat fried chicken. I even get in my ass here in the gym and waking up to be here. That's such a hard thing. But see, you don't see that.
Yeah.
Because your threshold is different.
Yeah.
So what you have to tell people is you have to kind of tell first your feeling. And you say, hey, I'm feeling this way. And I could be wrong, but my expectation for you is that you could do so-and-so by X time. Do you think that would be possible?
Mm-hmm.
And the person could tell you, well, I don't know. I've never deadlifted 225. I'm actually kind of scared about doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're scared. Do you think, okay, maybe that's what's holding you back? Well, I got the right techniques and the next month we're going to use and you'll be able to hit 225 in a month. Do you trust me? And by then they know you're the fucking technical expert. They'll trust you. But see, it's the way you approach people. See, you're in your head because you've gotten this response from people that's not been positive, I assume.
To some standpoint, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So see, so when you say in your head, you're not in your head because you're meditating, you're thinking. You're in your head because you go, man, this response I get is typically not good. It's been 75% not good. Because
that's the thing. It's just like, that's one aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
Work, I'm telling you from a work standpoint, but 9 times out of 10, especially when I'm not at work, I'm not thinking about work. It's just dealing with life,
Yeah.
Just like.
But could this be a life skill that would help you?
Possible. Yeah. Oh, well, actually, yeah. Because people get mad.
So do you think that maybe learning to practice this at the gym could make you a more successful man in your personal life?
Yeah, because I don't like talking as much.
But you have a podcast.
See, that's the thing. But that's the thing. It's just like I don't mind putting myself in a place where I'm uncomfortable, like this, as far as like being able to speak and voice out what's going on. But being at the gym and having to be, it's a very different world when you're actually in front of somebody.
But see, maybe that's what holds you back here. Because maybe if you improve those social interactions that you have with people at work, you could almost improve social interactions that you have with people here.
Yeah.
In this environment.
Yeah, of course. That's why, like, it's not, I don't mind saying that it's not my strongest suit. It's not. Very aware of that.
Yeah.
But,
all right, so look at your body. Look how you've got it. Your arms were more down, and now your arms are like crossed. All right. Mm-hmm. So I've said something that maybe could have got you a little bit defensive. Maybe you're thinking about some things. You said how you're not thinking about work. You said, hey, this is my comfortable spot, right?
This is my thinking pose.
This is your thinking pose, right? Yeah. But again, look at the language that you're using. Like, this is my comfortable spot. And you have your arms crossed, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe you feel a little bit defensive about what I'm saying. And that's okay. It's not anything towards me. Mm-hmm. It's just towards the thoughts that you're having right now. So what is the type of person, right? Let's think about this. We're going to be at your funeral.
Yeah.
What's the type of person that you would want people to describe you as at your funeral?
A hard worker.
Okay.
Caring.
Okay.
Knowledgeable.
Okay.
I think that's it. Like,
okay. Yeah. All right. So hardworking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So things I could point out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I see Josh has his podcast. I see he's reading books. I see him at the gym. He's training people. He's very much on his nutrition. You're doing your meal prep here. Mm-hmm. I see that. Mm-hmm. All right. Hard worker. Now, do you think that you would want to be known as just the hard worker that just worked at 24-hour fitness for the rest of his life?
Oh, no.
All right. No. So let's elaborate more into that. What do you mean by that?
It's just work ethic from when I was little. just gaining it and looking at my parents go to work day in, day out, earning an honest dollar, just stuff like that, like working and not having an excuse not to work.
All right. So would you want to be working like 60 to 70 hours a week for the rest of your okay, no. How many hours would you ideally want to work?
What I'm working right now, to be honest. It's not that I'm good with where I'm at. It's not that I'm good with where I'm at. I just want to continue to make more and still around that. Like everybody wants to work less and earn more. Okay. That type of mentality.
All right. So it sounds more like not so much a hardworking guy, but like an intelligent worker. He was very intelligent in business. Mm-hmm. It's kind of more the title that maybe you want. All right. It doesn't sound like you want to work 60 to 70 hours a week at 24-hour fitness. It sounds like you want to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what steps would you see yourself doing proactively today to have the ability for someone to say that of you at your funeral?
I mean, just to change, putting in the time.
Yeah.
Like, you have to put in the time. You can't do it just like from nothing. You have to do it, build, get knowledgeable in the things that you need to in your area and really own your craft.
You know how I see it? I feel you could have like 40, 50, 60 clients there lining up to train with you at the gym.
Yeah.
And you getting this such valuable skill of working with people and training all sorts of different personalities, but knowing how to, be the technical expert that no matter what type of personality you're dealing with, you get people to follow you because you're a strong leader. I think that would be a strong skill. And if you did that now proactively and I saw that at the gym, I'd be like, damn, like this guy's going to be somewhere like way up, right? This guy's going to be somewhere way up there. And that'd be dope. Yeah. That would be dope. Because I know you got the ability to do that. Yeah. You do. I really do like your character. Okay. Caring. What do you mean by caring person?
Family is first.
Okay.
It's not that I put other people first, but I'm empathetic. So I understand. And always there to help people.
Okay. Now, so do you think you could try a new way of approaching people then now? So you want to be more caring, right? So how about the clients that you work with right now at the gym? You would want them to think of you as more caring, right? Do you think that the person you tell, hey, you're lazy, thinks of you as more caring?
If and nobody else is gonna tell you, I'll tell you.
But that's not what it is.
I mean, that's not how people perceive it. Yeah.
So exactly. See, it's about how they perceive it, not how you perceive it.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones ultimately they're gonna say, Josh he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very important how they perceive you. That is an important thing. So how do you think that person perceives you when you say, hey, you're lazy?
They get upset.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that person would think of you as someone caring?
No.
See, in your perspective, you are trying to be caring, right?
Yeah.
But are you approaching that situation right, where people like that at your funeral supposedly could go, he was a caring person?
That's the thing. Is like how I understand what you're saying, but it's just like I'm not gonna hold your hand.
But see, that's the wrong thought, because you're thinking you're thinking of as like being a mom or a dad. You're not. You're a mentor, a leader. And being a mentor or a leader is very difficult. It means that you're empathetic towards other people and you're going to try to understand those people. And it's so difficult, right? Because a parent's job is not to always be empathetic.
Yeah.
Sometimes a parent just tells you the way it is. The parent says, you either listen or I'm going to spank you.
Yeah.
That's being a parent, right? That's holding your hand and saying, look, I told you.
Yeah.
This is the way it's going to be. But a mentor, a leader, it's very different because they're not a parent. There's not unconditional love present. It's not this bond that's going to be there forever. It's a whole different relationship. And you have to think about that in a sense that, wow, the way this person's going to perceive me is very important. Because the way they perceive me is maybe it's a pretty good, it gives me a pretty good idea of how other people are perceiving me.
Yeah.
Now, it's not always the case.
Yeah.
But if you're having people frequently feel this way, it is telling you something about your leadership skill.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're telling me you want to be perceived as a caring person when you die. So it's not about you holding their hand.
Mm-hmm.
What can you do now as a leader
Yeah.
to improve that perspective of other people? What kinds of actions could you take right now proactively?
I guess being more caring, but I don't know. I guess I can say that.
So
It's-
okay.
It's fair to say I don't know what other approach to take.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's why there's other people, because that's important.
Yeah.
We don't know everything.
Yeah.
So I would advise to one thing to try, and you'll have to get other people to give you their advice on
Yeah.
other things. But one thing I would say, just based on the story that you tell me,
Mhm.
that I think you should really try is saying, I feel,
Mhm.
and starting your statements like that next
Yeah.
time. I feel, and then telling them what your expectation is.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, you may have a feeling
Yeah.
and you may have an expectation, but you don't come off as expressing your feeling and expectation.
Okay. All right. That's what it is. All right. Expressing feelings in a manner where somebody else could understand and feel how I feel.
Okay, but in order for someone to be,
I'm saying that okay,
Yeah.
it's not how the emotion is not coming out as far as like, okay, when I say I feel,
yes,
it's just like a word that is attached, like you said.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to have feeling. Just
Yeah.
saying the word could be important.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't have to go, I feel. No, you just go, hey, I feel, and it's okay no matter how
Yeah.
you say it, right?
Yeah.
But let the words be there for now,
Yeah.
because I think that's an important thing for you.
Mhm.
Because the way you told me that story,
Mhm.
I'm thinking in my mind, I go, man, if I was a client, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
I'm being honest, I wouldn't. I would not see you as a caring person,
Yeah.
right? But you have to go, okay, well, what would a strong leader do? And a strong leader would set someone aside and they go, hey, I feel
Mm-hmm.
that you haven't been working as hard as you used to lately.
Mm-hmm.
And my expectation for you has been that you're going to be that guy that works your way up to vice president at this
Mhm.
company. But right now, I just don't see you as vice president with these new habits or these new things that you're doing. Help me understand what is it that's going through your mind?
Yeah.
And that's powerful, because then people go, whoa, like this guy's trying to understand how I feel.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes to it, like, you can't have people feel you until you feel them. You can't seduce anyone without you being seduced first by them. You can't. So it's all about you first being like, you'll never fully walk in someone's shoes, but trying
Yeah.
to be in their shoes. That's the best way
Mhm.
to win influence.
Mhm.
So you can't win it. You can't influence others without first being influenced. So
Fair.
I would say that would be my advice to you.
Yeah.
I think give that a
You're using a
try.
lot of key words where I mean, I never
Oh, yeah.
thought about it. It's just like, I mean, that's the thing. It's just like everybody needs development,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good. What else you got? There's
Well, okay. So what
the
was
last
your third?
knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable. Okay. Knowledgeable, right? Okay. You're reading books.
Yeah.
All right. What, when you think of people at your funeral, talking about you as knowledgeable. Knowledgeable as in what way?
My craft for one,
Okay.
and just like just critical thinking. Whenever there's a situation, or whenever I'm in a situation,
Okay.
like car accident,
Okay.
don't panic, because that's the first thing that people do. Is
Okay.
They panic. Resolve the situation. Hey, talk to them and whatever. Because the one thing about the accident that my coworkers were confused about was that I walked in and I was smiling, and they were just looking at me like, "Yo, what's going on?" But it's just like, life is too short to be so hurt about a car accident by a mini fender bender. So just from that aspect of like, I lost my train of thought, but I'm not mad about it, and I just feel like I don't need to put so much energy into that. Like, I don't stress about things because it will get resolved. I just have to figure a way how to do it. Thus saying that is that in any situation, or a lot of the situations that I've been in that I know I have control over, I was able to resolve the issue. So that's what I mean by it.
Well, it sounds like you almost describe more like mental fortitude. So I think if you, right, the ability to
Mhm.
move through stuff. So like, even let's just break down again that frustration you told me that you were hanging out with your girls, right? You expressing that verbally, right, the frustration wasn't, to me, when I heard that story immediately, it wasn't that the frustration was that you were tired. It was, hold on, you're telling me you're hanging out with a group of girls and no one can figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
So I knew right away, I felt there's lacking a leader, right?
Yeah.
Now we look as leaders as someone that are knowledgeable.
Yeah.
That's what we do, right?
Yeah.
So you saying that you want to be knowledgeable, you want to be a leader.
Yeah.
And you're talking about mental fortitude too. So maybe right now, seeing that situation too, maybe you are feeling subconsciously that you haven't built the ability to take that decisive step within the moment to say, hey, this is the thing that just happened. Okay, well, what's the next thing I want to do? And how do I plow through this? And it is a hard thing to do because I struggle with that too. But it's like, okay, well, how do you plow through that? How do you work through a moment? And you really do that just with adversity. Yeah. There's no other way.
I mean, and that's the thing. Experience is the best teacher. So.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. And you have to do certain things. Sometimes you have to put yourself in a situation where you could face that adversity. Like, for example, me going to the bar and trying to meet women, it does put me in a situation where there's going to be adversity.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. I'm going to face the adversity there. Some, friend that doesn't like me.
Yeah.
There's going to be some situation logistically that's not in my favor. So there's certain things that are going to be against my odds. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's just those little things that train me to be a more decisive action taker for whatever next encounter I reach. And it could be business, it could be anything.
Yeah.
But it helps me build the mental ability to say, okay, well, what can I do right now in this moment?
Yeah.
And it's hard to build that mentality because we live in a society today that there's no war, there's not really much going on for men.
Yeah.
So we get so comfortable and we almost become so feminized that it's like we're like not able to take leadership ourselves because we don't know, right? We don't know how to do that. Men aren't taught that as much anymore.
At all, actually.
Not at all. Probably not at all. But
it's a lot of women leaders out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's what you're just feeling right now. Yeah. Maybe it's a frustration in your lack of leadership. You want mental fortitude. You want to be more decisive, and you also want to be seen as more knowledgeable. Right, because you're not going to know it all, but you would like to be seen as more knowledgeable.
Fair.
So I would say that you need to face more adversity, and that doesn't mean you have to go do something right now that's going to be crazy. I think it's the perspective you have on those things. So, like when you talk to me about your manager, right, talking to you, see the perspective that you have on this is it's annoying.
Yeah.
Right. You're not accepting the adversity.
Yeah.
You should be seeing that manager as some adversity to your success. And you say, well, how can I show this guy that I'm going to be the best fucking personal trainer? I want to do so fucking good that when I quit this gym, they go, man, we're never going to have another personal trainer like Joshua.
Yeah. Well, we play the game. We play the game.
Yeah.
We play the game. We're just like, we have our one-on-one every month, as we always do. And we're talking, hey, you did this. I expect this. But it's like, you're setting, like he'll set the bar low and I'll set it higher than what it's supposed to be. So we play the game.
Yeah.
So it's a love and hate thing. It's just when it's like, okay, I've exceeded what I've done, but you're still going like this. But I understand what you're saying.
Here's what I think you should try with the next time you're trying to get clients. Because you have the good personality. I think you should change that perspective that you're just trying to build rapport.
Yeah.
I think you should change it to, hey, I have value.
Yeah.
And I want to show this person I have value. I think what you should have is a story to tell people.
Yeah.
So like right now, what's your story? What, like, I look at you and I go, man, you're in shape.
Yeah.
But like, what's your story? Tell me right now. Like, what's a story?
Do you want to
you give me a short. Hey. Imagine we're just at the gym. We're talking. I'm going to be going soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not here right now for a whole hour.
Yeah.
I got to go to work, dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But let's say you're talking to me and I sound a little bit hesitant about the whole, like, I don't know, signing up for this. And you say, that's cool. But now give me your story as to what has made you such a good technical expert in your field today.
What has been, well, I started working out and, I feel like I started working out for the wrong reasons as far as like a physical aspect, but going down the line, I didn't realize that it was going to make me more of a better person, a better man. It helped me build a lot of confidence along the physical aspect that came along like took a long time since I was 18. And they thought I was going to stay the same size for the rest of my life. The doctor said that. And just from that standpoint, I had to prove them wrong.
Okay. I think you could add some more. Okay. Like, describe to me, like, how small were you? Like, how skinny?
I was 120 at 18. And now I'm 165.
So I think what you should say is, I had to go to the doctors. I was so skinny.
Yeah.
They thought, they were so worried.
Yeah.
I was losing body mass. I had no, you could see my cheekbones. You could see my intestines. I was so skinny. I couldn't even play sports because they thought my bones were going to break because how skinny I was. Something exaggerate. Like, so tell me again, but like exaggerate. Like what did doctors say?
My parents thought I had sickle cell for one.
Okay. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Wow.
So they thought I was sickle cell. They asked the doctor. The doctor said I was going to be small. Blah blah blah. And can I say that?
How old were you?
18.
18.
Yeah.
So you were 18. Doctor thought you had sickle cell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wasn't growing.
Okay.
I was this size for all through high school, going into college, and then I just started to shoot up.
So is your dad like a big guy?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
How taller than you?
No,
Same.
I'm probably like a few inches taller than him now.
Oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So I mean,
but how tall were you when the doctors were like?
Probably like 5'4".
5'4"?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but now
5'4", maybe shorter.
Maybe shorter.
Maybe shorter.
Yeah.
All right. So I think you should exaggerate. Say I was infant size.
See, that's the thing. It's just like, how do I, like, we're talking about that, but I'm just like, all right, well, I was going through puberty. See, I also had late puberty too.
Okay.
Yeah. So
see, that is important.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, I was like bitch size. I was like midget size when I was still in high school, and I was having late puberty. Yo, I'm just being real with you. I was having late puberty, and my parents took me to the doctor because they were worried. They're like, yo, we don't want a midget for a son.
Yeah.
It's not what we want.
Yeah.
We're going to have this midget, or we're going to, is he going to grow, or we're going to have to like give him away from adoption.
Mm-hmm.
So they took me to the doctor, and the doctor was all scared. He was like, yo, I think he may have sickle cell. And it was true. They thought I had sickle cell.
Yeah.
And that was fucking scary. They thought I had sickle cell. And I was some skinny ass little bitch that wasn't getting any girls in high school.
Yeah.
All right. Something like that. So go ahead. Continue. I'm just exaggerating. I'm just giving you an example.
So where did I leave off there?
All right. So you told me you had sickle cell. You were small.
Yeah.
18.
I was small. And the thing about it was like, I knew somebody that had sickle cell, and we were the same size. So it was like, that was scary for me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right. But you see, this is entertaining.
Yeah.
See, this is a story. This is what gets me. Look, you're the technical expert. You got the fucking shirt on there that says personal trainer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I trust that you went through some testing. You got the expertise. But like, what's your fucking story?
Yeah.
All right. So you knew someone that had sickle cell.
Yeah.
They were like your size.
Mm-hmm.
And so what was going on through your mind when
I
you
was
heard
like,
this?
I gotta fucking change this shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Now, were you getting girls in high school?
a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What's a little bit? Like,
I mean, I had
hit it in second base.
Nah, I had a girlfriend at the time, but it was good. It was good.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, actually, I didn't get a girlfriend until my last year in high school.
Okay, so you didn't get a girlfriend till how old?
17.
Okay. Now, was it like a pity girlfriend? Like she felt bad? Or
Nah. She felt for me. She felt for me.
It wasn't like the big girl in class?
Nah.
Like the girl that no one wants to take to prom? All right. Well, I'm just asking because these are all parts of the story that are important. We want to give these details. Okay. So you had a girlfriend. Be like, yo, I even struggled to get a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I didn't get a girlfriend until I was 17. And even then, she didn't like want to even like do me.
Yeah.
Was it like that? Like, did she do you?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't know. You got to find some way to some part of your story.
Some part of in the median to tweak it a little
Yeah,
bit.
You gotta find that part for yourself. But okay, so let's go. So so how did you change? You felt like you needed to make a change. So what did you do?
It was a lot of trial and error. Some people took me into the gym and we lifted weights, and that's all we did was lift weights. I didn't understand the aspect of the nutrition side. And that's where it hit me. Okay, go get supplements. But
you're not a nutritionist.
Not a nutritionist.
You're a personal trainer. So I would say let's not even go there. Let's go to the personal trainer. Okay, you went to the gym. People were teaching you to lift weights, right?
Yeah.
But okay, was that working?
Not really.
Okay, so what changed in the gym?
Studying.
Studying. So you went on your own and you studied this shit.
Yeah.
So what, did you go to like college for kinesiology?
No, I went to school for nutrition.
For nutrition. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to school for nutrition, but during this time you were reading about like muscle fibers and fucking.
I learned what helps the body.
Okay. Okay. So you learned what helps the body.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, what would you read?
Well, outside of what I actually went to school for, I started reading about the amount of rest. What's the key factors to growing muscle? What's the key factors to losing muscle? What's the key factors to just trying to get the right program? Building the right program, because if you don't know, what works for me might not work for you, but what I can do for you will work for you. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I think that's too much. So let's not even throw that in.
Yeah.
Let's just say, okay, so you were studying this shit, you were reading this stuff. Now, what happened? You all of a sudden in college, you started getting big? Like, you got yoked. So you got pretty good sized arms.
Yeah,
So what happened?
I literally just started lifting, but I had help from friends
Okay.
that knew things, and I took things from other people. Especially when I started working as a trainer, I started learning from all the other trainers, all the master trainers over there, and
So you had a personal trainer over there? Okay, that's important. Boom. You had a personal trainer too.
Yeah.
Not just some scummy guy trying to sell me a personal training session.
Yeah.
You had a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And they helped you. Okay. So and then the personal trainers helped you get like big?
No, I got big on by myself, but just from the technical aspect of like learning or getting the education to.
So your personal trainers taught you the moves.
Yeah.
And then you worked hard and you got the.
I put in the time.
And what happened one day? People just saw you at the gym. They're like, "Yo, dude, like, what do you do?" Like,
yeah. I started wearing cut off sleeve shirts.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, but like, what age?
25.
Okay, 25.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's good. So, okay. So look, 18 years old. I was at the doctor. I had sickle cell. You know, they said they thought I had sickle cell.
Yeah.
And I was at 18. I looked like some bitch ass punk. I was just weak. I couldn't play sports. My parents were scared that even just me getting hit by the door, I was going to break my bones. But then I went to college, and while I was in college, I was studying nutrition. But outside of nutrition, I was reading books like on weightlifting.
Yeah.
And then I got a personal trainer. And the personal trainer taught me so much. So I started learning all these moves to do at the gym. They started showing me the techniques, the proper forms. And I was reading all these books at the same time. So all of a sudden, I just started getting yoked. I was eating, I was training. And all of a sudden, I went from the guy that was wearing long sleeve shirts to cover my bitch ass arms to the guy that was wearing muscle shirts like all the time. And I was getting compliments at the gym, dude.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was crazy. I couldn't walk out of the gym without some guy asking me about how I got these arms.
Sounds good.
See, but I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah.
Like when you give the story to people, right?
Yeah.
Like think about this. You have a story. So maybe, you're thinking because you're a salesman and you're thinking about trying to build rapport because you're not thinking about the right way to connect with people. See, the right way is first your mentality is, okay, I provide value. I know it. I fucking provide value. Second is, okay, well, my story is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So when you meet these guys and they're like, I don't know if I want to do it. Well, you go, no, I feel you, man. I remember when I was 18 and I signed up for my first personal trainer, I was hesitant too, but I was desperate because I was 18, scrawny. The doctor said I had sickle cell. I couldn't wear muscle shirts because people would laugh at me. But hey, years later, things have changed for me, dude. And I tell you, when I look back on the personal training session, I don't regret it, man. I learned so much, but I know things that most other personal trainers don't know.
Yeah.
And I can get you from like here to like, dude, like Arnold. You make it fun.
Yeah.
You make a story because the story sells so much more than the information. See, you like your own story. You're smiling at your own story. I'm talking about it. You're like,
funny, yeah.
You're like, you want to pay me right now for a personal training session on your own story. So,
Hey, nah, I understand. It's just that, there's no excuse,
Don't hold yourself back right now. You got a cool story.
Yeah.
Share that fucking story with people.
Yeah.
And get that fucking clientele and have the gym going, dude, this is our number one sales guy.
Yeah.
So every time I walk up the stairs to go meet, my trainer, I see a picture of you as number one trainer. I go, fuck, I should be with that guy.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I appreciate that. It's a long time coming, but I mean, with practice.
Yeah. Well, I think you have the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially you telling me that story. That's pretty interesting. You've been trained since 18, so you got years, bro.
Yeah.
You got years of training. You've been reading this stuff.
Yeah.
I started late. You've been doing this since 18. You've been studying this. You went to school for nutrition. I mean, you do some pretty cool stuff too at the gym.
Yeah.
You've been giving me a lot of tips too.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the knowledge, dude. But you just mentally, you're not there right now,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to get yourself there. It's
Yeah.
easy. And two, you need to work on your story.
Yeah.
So I would say that the number one thing you should do right now is work on that story.
Yeah.
Work on your story and make it like an elevator kind of spiel.
Mm-hmm.
Not too long, but just give your story.
Yeah.
That if someone just had to talk to you real quick before they were leaving the gym because
Mhm.
they were thinking about it, what's that story you could give them?
Mm-hmm.
Because the story's going to fucking sell.
Yeah. That
You
makes
give,
sense.
you give them that story.
So what would you say if people only look from a physical aspect? So they go for have you seen there's a other guy, his name is Ozzy, has glasses, he's kind of swole.
Yeah, but not
Like-
everyone wants
Yeah.
that. Like,
So how would you conquer that?
what is there to conquer?
But that's the thing. It's just like, okay, it's like, would you, let's say, all right, because there's not a lot of people that use their head to think that, oh, because he's yoked, that he knows what he's doing.
It doesn't, dude. Stories are so valuable
Yeah.
that, let me tell you, don't worry about him as competition. Because if you develop a powerful story
Uh-huh.
and you already have the knowledge, you're going to sell. That's it.
Yeah.
Case in point. I see what you're saying,
Yeah.
but people are not like, we are visual creatures. But
Yeah.
let me tell you this: you ever watch a movie that has like some like okay actress,
Yeah.
like she's okay looking, and you watch the movie and you go, oh, she's okay, like I don't know, maybe I bang her, and then by the end of the movie, like just because of her personality, the character she's portrayed, you go, damn, I want to marry her. Right?
Yeah.
Right. But see, because we're emotional creatures. So the emotion really hits us more than the visual. Visual gets us started.
Mhm.
Sure. Let's say a lot of people see him and they talk with him,
Mhm.
but when they talk with him, he doesn't have a story.
Mhm.
He just doesn't provide that value there
Mhm.
when he talks to people. Right.
Mhm.
So we go, oh, that's cool. He sounded cool. He sounds knowledgeable. He had definitely a lot of information. He
Mhm.
looks yoked, but I don't know. I'm not sold. But now they talk to you
Mhm.
and you're confident that you're the expert and you have a story, and they go, wow, that guy really worked through that. Holy crap. And then they see you fucking doing one-legged box jumps. They're going to be like fucking impressed.
Yeah.
So see, you're doing this comparison
Yeah.
based on looks.
But that's just the thing. It's just like, it's just always been a thing. That's what, I don't want to say is what motivated me to get bigger, but
Yeah.
it's just like, all right.
Okay, so you're comparing yourself to someone because you think that's where you should be.
And like, let's just say,
Bro, if I heard your story
yeah.
and you're wearing a muscle shirt,
Yeah.
bro, you have good arms,
Yeah.
all right? I would go, damn, dude, like, you really worked through a lot. Like, it was that bad.
Yeah.
But you need to really kind of exaggerate. You're not lying.
Yeah.
You kind of exaggerate, like, your story of
Yeah.
how bad it was.
Mhm.
And you tell that story.
Mhm.
And when you tell that story, people will look at you and they go, wow, that's impressive. You worked at that.
Yeah.
Because that means a lot. Like, what if the other guy was just fucking big his whole life like that?
I mean, and that's the thing. It's just like, winning somebody over from the go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that with a story.
Mhm.
You do that.
So let's say I come to you or you come to me and I need training. Do you hit them with the story first, or do you hit them? How do you take that approach, or how would you?
I mean,
take
you
that
don't want to
approach?
just jump into a story, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't just jump into a story. You kind of just, you go in. Hopefully they approach you first, right?
Yeah.
The mentality is that they're approaching you first, because then it kind of does look like you're maybe doing the approach.
Yeah.
But look, let's go to the example. You gave me that one workout tip once.
Yeah.
You saw me doing the exercise, and you said, "Hey, man, right?"
Mm-hmm.
You're like, dude, I just want, can I would want to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Try this out, right?
Yeah.
Now, at no point during that conversation were you like, I'm a trainer, blah, blah, blah. You didn't do that, right?
Yeah.
You just gave me some great advice.
Mhm.
And I really did appreciate it.
Yeah.
And it helped me. And you were sincere.
Mhm.
You were calm about it. And you're like, yeah. And you had me try. And I was like, wow, that worked.
Mhm.
Now, let's say someone like me then sees you the next day and goes, wow, he's a personal trainer too.
Mhm.
Now I'm thinking like, I want to talk to this guy more. And I go, hey, dude, that tip really helped me. That's cool. So you're a trainer? You go, yeah, I'm a trainer. And you talk with them
Mhm.
and you see what it is that they're trying to, do.
Mhm.
Oh, so, like you're working out here. I see you working out 5 days a week here. What's your goal? What are you trying to accomplish?
Mhm.
And they tell you what they're trying to accomplish. More likely than not, you're going to be able to help them accomplish that.
Yeah.
Few people are there going, dude, I want to get so fucking yoked, right? The guys that are like that usually, A, don't pay for trainers, B, are very self-capped,
Yeah.
and C, sometimes taking drugs.
Yeah.
So you don't get that. You're going to just get a lot of guys that go, dude, I want to look better. I want to get in better shape. I just want to have better arms.
Yeah.
And you go, dude, I feel you. When I was 18, dude, I looked like some bitch. They thought I had sickle cell, yo. I didn't even have any arms.
Yeah.
They were spaghetti strings. But that's what I'm saying. So that's how you put it in. You don't just come out with your story.
Yeah.
You kind of lead people to a situation where they expose themselves a little bit, what they're trying to accomplish. And they come up to you and they tell you, and then that's when it gives you that moment to relate to them. So, that's the moment. So don't worry about, you're comparing yourself to the other guy because you're thinking that's where you should be.
Yeah.
But that's not the card you were given, right? You don't have those genetics.
Yeah.
I don't have those genetics. You obviously you weren't given that, but you are fucking shredded.
Yeah.
That other guy's not shredded.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of guys that just want to be shredded. Bro, I want to be fucking shredded.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. All right? And there's a lot of guys I know that just want to be shredded. They don't fucking care about being big.
Yeah.
So you're comparing yourself. And so what? There's so much abundance out there. Like there's so many people.
Oh no, like
I'm
fine. I'm fine with it. I'm fine. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me. It's just that all right. Like I'm talking from like the past because that's how one of the reasons I want to get in the gym is just like okay, you're too small.
Yeah.
And people will pass you up because you're too small.
No.
I mean, but that's just how I looked at it back then. This was years ago. I don't have that same mentality. I just saying like just
I see what you mean. Like, what about how do I counteract this? I would say don't even worry about that. There's so much abundance, so many people out there that want you, right? You wouldn't try to seduce the girls that like the big fucking jack dudes, like that are white with the glasses, and, they talk all like boring, like right? Why would you try to seduce that? They're not the right victim for you. It's not going to work, right? So it's the same thing when you're finding customers. Why would you want to sell to those customers anyways? Why learn to counteract that? They're not the right customer for you. So that's okay because there's plenty of other people out there that go, oh, I want to be shredded like Joshua. And that's the people you're trying to get. Just like you're trying to seduce the type of girls that like your type of character. Yeah. And that's what you go for. You don't fucking try to go for the other girls that, I don't know, want fucking reggae, pot smoking dreadlock dudes or something. But I'm just giving the example, right? That you gotta think about the abundance mentality. Yeah. And you gotta say, well, who are my type of customers? Think about who your type of people would be, and then just expect to meet those people. When you meet those people, have your story ready. Because if you don't have your story ready, people just don't want to buy from you. Sure. They don't. You need to have a story. Because the story is what sets you apart from everyone. If not, you're just someone else wearing that black shirt that says personal trainer like everyone else. Yeah. And it's easy. It's the easiest thing to do is just wear that shirt and go, you want to buy? You want to buy? No, I don't want to fucking buy. Like, I don't know who you are. Well, when you tell me a story, I go, wow, that's crazy, dude. Yeah. Like, yeah, I was also really scrawny as a kid. Or, man, dude, that's awesome. You did that? Show me what you know. You know?
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Did they teach you all this at work, or you?
It's
a trial and error, right?
It's a lot of experience that I've had from my work, and books I've read, and just the mentality I've had to take in when I was living on my own. So yeah, I started doing a lot of competitions too. Yeah, like speech competitions or presentation like Toastmasters. Yeah, I was doing Toastmasters. Then I was doing lots of presentations at work and we had competitions for a huge. Well, I won't say the company name, but the past company I worked for, just a huge organization that was worth like $30 billion. Yeah. So they had a lot of internal competitions to get spokespeople for commercials, for stuff like that. So I competed a lot for that. Of course, I didn't get a lot of that stuff, but I still won prizes. Yeah. But I worked very hard and I was beating people that were like in their 30s who had a lot more work experience. But, I was learning these tricks. I was like, well, what do you do to get a sale? What do you do to deliver? Yeah. And then just being self-aware and analyzing why are some people more effective than others? And so that's, for me, I have learned certain things. And I'm only saying this, I feel like it could help you.
Oh, no. Look, I always talk about self-development as the key to anything. I mean,
this is my 2 cents.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's it. I appreciate people that tell me about myself,
Yeah.
especially like I don't know. I just like I like growing, and if I don't grow, if nobody tells me, then I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I only had to say these things because you said certain things,
Yeah.
and I felt that as a friend,
Yeah,
I wanted to say something about those things that you said. I
Yeah.
didn't want those things to be left said.
Yeah,
Well, the words you said
Mhm.
without thought,
yeah,
right?
Mhm.
Because whatever you say produces some effect.
yeah,
So you have the books here, you
Mhm.
got this. I mean, you're doing a lot, dude. So don't let small little thoughts
Mhm.
hold you back from accomplishing a lot.
Yeah.
Because they will. That's the small things, the
Mhm.
80-20 principle. It's really the 20% of the small little things
Mhm.
that are going to hold you back from getting 80% of the results.
True.
So, that's what you're doing when you're saying, oh, I'm just a little man,
Mhm.
or, like, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable selling to people. I'm
Mhm.
not a salesman, right? You're thinking about all this wrong.
Yeah,
You don't need to be a salesman.
yeah,
You're not a little man. You're a big fucking dude,
Mhm.
and you're gonna rock that fucking place, and then you're gonna walk out with them crawling after you because they're gonna be like, no, Joshua, we can't lose you. To you starting your own thing and going,
Yeah.
man, I'm glad I learned on someone else's dime.
yeah,
So, and you're gonna have a good fucking story, and you're developing one story right now, and then in the future you gotta develop another story for whatever else you're gonna be working on and selling.
yeah.
So,
Makes sense. You working out tomorrow?
yeah, I am.
With
Tomorrow
Jackie?
morning. No, on my own.
What you working on tomorrow?
I think tomorrow she killed me on my back today.
I saw. I was just like, yeah, she killed the shit.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah,
I try not to. I really don't complain, but it's hard. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to just stop this, but it's good
Mhm.
because then I get out and I feel good about it.
Yeah.
But
Because even I talked to Jackie. Like Jackie came to me. I think it was the beginning of the week or probably last week, and she was just like, "Where you been?" But I told her I was just like I just been trying to catch up on sleep. Like the schedule is really messing with my sleep schedule, and she was just like, "Oh, okay." She was like, "You're not money hungry, are you?" I was just like, "What?" Yeah,
well,
yeah. She. I mean, she was.
she catching these
Yeah.
things. She's
Yeah,
she's saying something.
Yeah, she came to me and she was just like, honestly, like she was like, you're the only person here that can go with me toe to toe when it comes to dollar amount, and like she was just giving me praise, but I was just like, I'm gonna do better.
Well,
now that she said,
now
Yeah.
that we talked
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this,
yeah.
it's interesting
Yeah.
that she said that because she is the
Yeah.
top there.
yeah, and she was just like, keep doing what you're doing. I like what you're doing. And she said, I've been watching. I'm like, I know you've been watching.
See, see,
Yeah.
she's a really real person.
Oh, yeah,
she
yeah.
says it how
Yeah.
it is.
Mhm.
So, and it's funny, you should actually watch how she is with getting people motivated.
Yeah.
She's actually, I think she's very good at social skills. So
Mhm.
she'd be a good person to kind of learn a lot from.
Oh yeah, she took me under her wing. Like
Yeah.
I sit down every day. Probably every day I ask her like one little question that it may sound stupid,
Yeah.
but it helps so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good, dude. I really do like your character, man.
Yeah.
You're very friendly. Like right away, like I got a very good vibe from you. So I think that's like it's not a quality that everyone has.
Mhm.
Like, I know I tend to come off standoffish a lot of times, but you're really like I think a genuine
Mhm.
person right off the bat,
Mhm.
and you have like the ability to listen.
Mhm.
Because you're like, oh yeah, like you even listened to me when we talked a bit first. You let me approach you to say, oh dude, thanks for the advice, and then afterwards you kept saying, oh, like later, like you would see me, you go later, right?
Mhm.
So you made yourself very approachable. So you have the qualities there. It's just as you can see from the things you told me, it's very small little thoughts that are
Yeah.
holding yourself back, and it's you not having the right material and being prepared,
Mhm.
and that's all it is. That's all it is.
Mhm.
So you got the other stuff, which is powerful, man.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are scummy that have to work on character, and it's like, well, before we can do this other stuff, we got to do some work on that character.
Yeah.
It's just small things, dude. It really is. Like I feel like I can see it,
Mhm.
so I'm sure other people like Jackie see it,
Yeah.
and I can't see that in other people. Like I'm not like a psychic like that. I'm not good at that shit.
Mhm.
So I feel that me being able to see it,
Mhm.
it must be true because I'm not good at seeing stuff like
Yeah.
that. So if I see it in you, I think it's definitely true.
Well,
So
I'm gonna keep working. It's all about self development, man. I'm trying. Like
Yeah.
every time I feel like I got something down packed, it's just like something else. But I'm okay with it
yeah,
because I'm gonna figure it out at the end of the day. That's all it is, and it takes. It's not that it takes time. I told my manager, because there's ways that they want us to approach people, and we had that sit down, and I said, look, like, let me approach people the way I feel like I can do my best, not the way that you got, because they want us to be in people's face and start to harass people, and I feel like how I met you is very simple to how I can do my best.
Well, use your approach.
Yeah.
Get the results.
Yeah.
And they won't say anything.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be asking you how you do it.
Yeah.
And that's all you got to do. You can't change the mind. Don't even bother changing the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Just show them through results that hey, you got to change your mind or you won't know my secret. And they'll go, fuck, damn. Okay. What do you do? Tell us.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I appreciate you, though.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Thanks for having me on, man.
Words of wisdom. I always like to end off. Do you have anything to say?
Words. I think for anyone, develop your story. For anything you're doing, anything you want to sell, just have a story, and use the shit out of that story.
Very wise. Very wise. Please. Do you have social media?
I do, but I don't know. I just post meals. I'm not a social media. I'm not a big social media person. There's no point in following me. Like, you won't see anything really. Like, I'm not there. But if you wanted to, at Instagram, I am the Hunter, and that's the, but THEE. So I am the Hunter, all one word. I am the Hunter, 2 E's.
Fair.
Yeah.
But once again, thank you for listening. If you like the show, please like it, review it, share it. Don't forget, we have merch, moreaboutsomethingelse.com. But my name is Joshua, and I'm out.